It is Jeanette the Oracle. I am about to snack on something because I just finished my workday and had a session with a healing session with a client just now. And I saw a text from my mom, and it actually encouraged me to jump on because I was debating whether to come on and talk about it because it's just been kind of wild in these spiritual streets, if you will. And that is about the level of spiritual warfare that's been going on and happening really for the past 2 to 3 weeks, but it's been very intense this week in particular. That's not in your head. Okay. So if you've been having trouble sleeping, if you've been seeing, any kind of like dark energies, entities, or what have you, please know that that is real and that light workers like myself have been, in the spirit doing work, helping to clear that stuff. If you are being called, but you're not quite clear, like what is showing up and how to address it. This is specific attack on the collective consciousness of humanity, between the ascending consciousness, so that third dimensional to fourth dimensional region, if you will, is where this is taking place. So, if you are seeing whatever that might look like for you in your own clear abilities, like that's what that's related to. That's the region. Now, I say that also to say, that you may also find, either for yourself or with people that you know, there's a lot of increased instances of, how do I say this? Spiraling negative emotions, spiraling negative mental space, spiraling out, spiraling down, whatever that may look like. So if you are someone or someone who, is dealing with mental disorder or, in any various ways, or deals with panic, anxiety, things like that, I'm sure this past week or so has been challenging. It will continue to be challenging for the next 7 to 10 days. So I'm currently recording this on Saturday, what's today? March 18th. So it will continue for about another 7 to 10 days, but after that, it should drop down a bit from how intense it has been. But again, if you are someone who experiences that, or know someone or know of others who are experiencing that, please provide yourself a lot of care. This is the time to really step up the energetic work, specifically working on the mental body and the astral body, and placing a lot of care and repair work and protection in those specific areas in order to provide stability in the midst of the spiritual warfare that is happening, because there's just a lot there, and those qualities, those disorders very much will be amplified negatively during this time, to the point where, yes, there can be folks committing suicide. Like I said, I literally got the text from my mom about someone passing. Like, it was kind of on the radar. I haven't wanted to speak on it because I don't like to put that out. But when I saw the text, like I said, I was like, let me mention this. So, take that seriously, right? That energy is there. So really be on the lookout, be on the lookout for, just a really fragile minds and the potential to, like I said, spiral or potentially break during this time. Not to say that the spiritual warfare is the cause, but what I'm saying is, if that has already been a part of someone's life, this dynamic right now, the spiritual warfare, will absolutely... Sorry, these texts coming in. This is my mom about the suicide. But this energy, the spiritual warfare specifically, is going to negatively impact those folks, like for real. So please take care of yourself if this is you, and really be a little bit more vigilant and mindful of others that you know, if they're friends or whatever, that this is something that happens for them. Like, be with them, be supportive to the point of being annoying, just to make sure that they're safe. Some things that you can do to help support and protect yourself is working with black tourmaline. If you have a pendant, you can do that. Amethyst is also really great for helping to clear the energy field and also provide protection, and it will rapidly help to transmute and transform. So lean in that direction. And work with your guardian angels. Right now, because so much is going on with the astral, working with your ancestors is really going to be kind of touch and go, because there is an old guard being removed. Old guard being those folks who are choosing not to continue to ascend and elevate. And there is a new guard of beneficial ancestors that are stepping in. So there is a bit of a flux there. So if even that energy, the ancestral energy, has just been kind of like, I don't know right now, like it's kind of touch and go, that's why. So if you've already been feeling like, I normally work with like this group, but I'm not quite feeling safe or confident with that group, I only feel comfortable with like maybe just this one over here, just work with that one over there, and like specifically with your voice, call in. I've been using the terminology the past couple of weeks that I got from Spirit of the new guard of beneficial ancestors, particularly in heaven, to come in and work with you during this time, provide protection for you from those ancestors who either are malevolent, or previously were beneficial, but have been choosing not to continue to ascend and grow, and have thus become negative, releasing those folks so that you get the protection that you need during this time, okay? But just know that that's going on. It's not you, it's not directed specifically to you. This is part of the collective kind of cosmic judgment work that is happening at this time. There's a lot of karma balancing and cosmic judgment that is taking place. And again, like I said, this is going to be continuing for the next 7 to 10 days. So stay prayed up, stay lifted, stay in light colors. Really be mindful of the things that you are watching. Keep it lighthearted, keep it loving, funny. Stay away from, as much as you can, anything that's like traumatic. Really give yourself the space, unconsciously, subconsciously, and consciously, to not be overstimulated and rocked in any other direction besides towards God. And I'll end with this about light workers in general, but just like us as humanity in general. And I actually don't say this for light workers, because if you are here, I'm holding the intention, and here being like choosing to follow me in this account, Innocent Alchemy, that you are a light worker. So as a light worker, and if you're not a light worker, stay in your lane, but this is what we do over here. So as a light worker, regardless of whether or not you have a spiritual business or not, it's irrelevant. You're a light worker. You actually have a twofold kind of purpose, if you will. So there's the individual soul purpose, which is what you specifically want to experience and have in your life, and the things that you want to strengthen, the desires of the soul, etc. That's your component, and that's what you are absolutely tied to. Like, that's actually part of your karmic path, is to live that out and to give yourself your soul's desires. And you learn that through your nodes. So your north node is what you're supposed to be growing into. The south node are what you already have, and the strengths that help you to attain what you want in the north node. So that's that side of thing. The reservoir, if you will, of that, the seat of power within that is going to be in that lower abdomen space. So your sacral chakra area, right? Or you can think of it as womb space, the hara, whatever you want, but that's where that seat of power sits. Okay. It's the lower heart, but it's that lower part of the soul power, or it's really the soul's desires. The upper heart, or the spiritual divine service, that's the other part of your purpose in this life. That is the part that's of service to others. Now, that's not to say that your soul's desires won't necessarily benefit others. It can, but your actual service is whatever that divine kind of assignment and call is. And they may or may not coincide. Often they won't, because they're not supposed to, because some stuff is really just to be for you, right? But depending on how you are choosing to live your life and walk your life, you may be skewing one way or the other to the detriment of the other, right? There are going to be times when you need to give, more attention to one thing or the other if you're building or in a time of transition. But if you are hyper vigilant or fixating on one, prioritizing one over the other, thinking that there's more important, regardless of what it is, you will be out of balance. You will be out of alignment. Okay? So it's not just soul's desires and fuck everybody else. It's also not just serve everybody else to my own detriment. It is both and that is the only way, please hear me, that is the only way you are going to ascend if you're part of the group of folks who are in my soul group. It is both and, it is not either or. I don't have folks in my soul group who are called to the mountain to stay on the mountain. Like, that's not my incarnational path of the monk. I am the path of the householder yogi. So it's the yogi who has gone up to the mountain, done that work, and come down and is integrating that into human form. So again, it's the both and, because that is what we collectively need to be able to do. All right. So depending on what's going on in your life, like if you are, like I said, being hyper vigilant in one way or the other, if you're wanting to bring balance into your life, you must prioritize and give as much value to the other, whatever that's going to be for you. Okay. So those are my downloads. Hello to the folks who have come in. Review this when it's up, but let me know if you have any quick questions off of what I just mentioned. If you need any other guidance, or anything else that's coming up that you're questioning about, if it's part of that spiritual warfare or any other stuff, I'm more than happy to answer. I'll give it like a few seconds, but if there's something, then I will definitely bounce, because Spirit has kept me up. When I tell you I have been up in the early hours of the morning pretty much every single day this week, except for like one day because of how much has been going on. Like, I mean, really, it's been wild. But yeah, but like I said, it's not going to calm down until like after another week and a half. So no questions. We're good. All right. So again, take care of your own mental health. If you are somebody who suffers from panic, anxiety, has mental disorders, or what have you, like, this is not a time to play. Like, don't spiritualize beyond just the knowledge of this energy is exacerbating those things. So please take care of yourself and take care of those who you know who might have that as well in their life that they kind of battle with. All right. Okay. So that's it for me. Love you all. Please share this, because this is important. Like I said, it's going to be going on for the next week and a half. So please share this. You might actually save someone's life. Real talk. And if you have any questions, comment below the video when it's up. Y'all know I will answer any questions that you have and provide tools where I'm able. All right. Love you. Peace.